Y'all better get a jump start on y'all New Year's resolution. I know y'all fat ass done sat up and ate all that damn Thanksgiving food and leftovers for 3 days. You better get some of this tea to purge yourself and some of this NutriBurst to give you energy to work out. Drop down in the description box and click the link to purchase this and other fine health and wellness products. Y'all know whenever I take a hiatus from YouTube, I never know when I'm coming back. But there's always something that moves me to chorus that says, you know what, Q? Today is the day you need to hop your ass back on the camera. And you know what it is? It's this mess with Xscape. Y'all want to talk about it? Here it go. Nessa girl, now I know you've been hearing all the mess that's going on with Xscape. They done broke up, the Soul Train dress, the promoter, this, that, and the third. And you know what? I was trying to stay out of it. I was trying to mind my BI business. But you know what? This is a situation that needs my input. I don't even know where to begin. Okay. So way back when, weeks ago, maybe a few months ago, you know, we heard rumblings that Xscape had broke up. Oh, they had broke up again. Then the ladies came forward and clarified, no, we have not broken up. All right, we haven't broken up. Latocha's husband, Rocky, brought a promoter to the table. The promoter and Rocky got into it somehow. The promoter threatened Rocky's life. The girls still decided that they wanted to go on with that promoter and they were going to go on as three, do those dates. And I assumed or just deduced that once they finished out their contract with this particular promoter for whatever amount of dates, and when they re-up promotions and re-up dates with a different promoter, that Latocha would come back to the group. That's what I thought. No harm, no foul. The lady said the promoter disrespected her husband, threatened his life. I get it. So you know what? Y'all go ahead and finish these little 5 dates. I'm going to sit out over here. That's what we thought was going on. Now, in the meantime, in between time, y'all on the internet decided to take sides. You know what I'm saying? Kandi was the only one responding, so it was making it look like, once again, Latocha versus Kandi. That's what it was giving. It was giving Latocha versus Kandi. They bumping heads again. But you know what? I held my opinion, and I held my commentary because the reality of the situation is we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We have no idea. So I said, I'm just going to sit back and let this thing unfold. Then we get to the Soul Train Awards, okay? We get to the Soul Train Awards. All 3 of the ladies get out dressed in their silver shimmery situations, and Latocha is behind them in the green dress. Now, let me tell y'all something. I know that had to be one awkward-ass van ride with all 3 of them in their silver and her in her green. Now, she looked it good in her green. Tasha looked it good in her green, but it was definitely giving Tasha and her background singers, which further fueled, you know, rumors or feelings that there's something more going on. Now, listen, my intuition and my spirit never failed me. They never let me down. And, you know, I knew it was more to the story. And this morning, it came to a head for me when I found a social media comment that Kandi and Tameka made. And we're going to talk about that. And that's what brought me back to camera, or whatever the case may be. So then, with the stylist situation, Latocha revealed some text messages that said, or some screenshots, that said her stylist tried to coordinate with their stylist. Their stylist said, you know, basically we're not doing no color scheme or nothing, just a solid. And that's what Tasha gave. All right. Then it came to the surface that Tasha says the ladies originally had an issue with the stylist that the group was using, pricing issues or whatever the case may be. So she went and got her own stylist. And I guess after having issues with this stylist, the group still chose to use said stylist. Now, here's my thing. You know, when you operate in a group setting, there are often times that you just have to go along with things that you may not want to go along with. And in this instance, the stylist would have been one of them. It should have been one of those things where, you know what, fuck, y'all using Sean, his ass overpriced, but I'm going to do what the group doing. That's how that's supposed to go. Once people start getting separate stylists, separate PR, separate management, separate agents, it's indicative of a bigger something or another on a spiritual level. It says we're not one band, one sound. For those of y'all from Stomp the Yard, we're not one band, one sound. You have a real separatist behavior. We over here marching to the beat of this drum, and you over here kind of doing your own thing. So, you know, human nature. Y'all know them phone calls went around. This bitch got her own damn stylist. She always trying to be separate. Here we go again. Here we go again. But you know what? I was still holding out hope for Xscape. Now, I'm going to tell you when things got worrisome for me. When Latocha posted the video where she had the nice khaki and white on with her hair done. I think she was sitting on the edge of the bed. And she was like, nope, I'm not staying quiet this time. Nope, nope, nope. I'm going to tell my truth. I knew something deeper was going on then. I knew something was deeper going on then. So I'm laying in my bed this morning, and I watched the clip of Xscape accepting the award at the Soul Train Awards. And Latocha's speech and Tiny's speech were laced in nothing but pure subliminal shade. Latocha was talking about, you know, when you make it big, bring somebody up. You know what I'm saying? For those of us looking for a Kandi Latocha narrative, there it is right there. Then Tiny takes the mic, turns her back to Latocha and says, I would like to thank my girls, and points at Tiny and Tameka. And I'm like, up. There it is, the subliminal shade. There it is, the shade. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You know something is off when your sister don't side with you. Now, it doesn't mean a sibling or a family member is supposed to blindly just follow their family member. Right is right and wrong is wrong. But see, I think Tameka learned from her mistakes. Tameka said, listen, baby, I done went 20 years, you know, doing Tyler Perry plays and doing a little yang around Atlanta. And this gravy train, the money is coming in real good right now. So, sis, whatever you own, you can go ahead over there and be on that. I'm going to stay over here with these girls because these girls is winning. Now, this is what moved me to chorus and come on this camera today. Somebody had made a comment and said, why y'all mistreating that other member of the group and stopping her bag? And Kandi wrote, I really hate that you believe that. She got a solo deal back in the summer and started saying she was not available for shows. You will see when the TV show comes out. And then Tameka comes under it and says, my talented sister stepped back months ago to work on her solo career. She's booked up until next year. Her manager said they will let us know when she will be available to do shows with us again. Thank you so much for supporting Xscape. Now here's the thing. I'm confusion. Because first it was my husband's life got threatened by the promoter, and that's why I'm not doing the shows with the girls. Now it's she got a solo record deal and she's unavailable to do some dates. Now here's the thing. That really is a bunch of bullshit, right? Because there's nobody busier than Kandi. Kandi's finding a way to raise children, fuck her husband, record Real Housewives of Atlanta, and do everything else she's doing plays on Broadway in New York, and able to make dates. From what we see on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, y'all hoes be in the studio at 2 and 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning. And listen, let's not pretend like Xscape on just a world goddamn tour. They going all around the world and and they touring they doing 4 and 5 cities a week all over in Europe and France and Barcelona or whatever the case may be. Y'all doing the affordable old school concert over here in Valdosta. Y'all doing the nostalgia tour over here in Cleveland. Y'all doing throwback Thursday sessions down here in Miami, whatever the case may be. Tasha, them little bit of dates you got is not going to prevent you from recording this solo album that don't nobody want, okay? Now here, let's get into the meats and potatoes of this situation, because it looks like history repeating itself all over again. We remember when Xscape first broke up way back when. They were recording Traces of My Lipstick, and they said on their show, and Kandi's even said to me personally, that going into their third album, they knew Latocha planned on going solo. So a lot of their attitudes were like, why are we even doing this if she's getting ready to go solo? Here is my thing. When you don't learn from history, I'm never going to tell nobody they should let their dreams go. But it feels as if this solo ambition clouds Latocha's judgment. All right. I'm not trying to be rude. I am not trying to be disrespectful. I am not trying to be shady. I am just being honest. Y'all only work as a group. All right. Whatever it is you trying to sell, we not buying it and we don't want it. All right. Kandi had a very short-lived solo career. She gave us, if I'm hot in the club, don't think I'm not. Don't think I'm not. All right. Maybe she had 1 or 2 other songs. Praise the Lord. Her pen game was tight and she was able to write. She didn't have no awesome solo career. I don't think Tiny ever pursued one. When T.I. was cheating on her ass left and right, she released a single or whatever the case may be that didn't nobody want. Okay. Tameka went and did Tyler Perry Plays and you know, did a couple of pieces here. Latocha, you did Liar Liar off of the Best Man soundtrack. You did the song with Jay Shin on Slip and Slide Records. And that was it. Okay. From the time you was in Xscape to now, 30 years later, you have been unsuccessful in releasing a damn solo project. I like Latocha and Rocky a lot. But I'm here to tell you, mama, as a friend, don't nobody want it. And I guess you figured you're going to remix it this time because R&B didn't work out. So you said you're going to go over there and do gospel. Again, I'm never going to knock anybody's dream. If your dream was to see yourself in big lights, big hair, big gown, standing on the stage by yourself, I get it. But there's a certain point in life where reason and logic have to override hoop dreams. Do I think Latocha has the ability to put out a gospel album? Sure. Will it do good? Perhaps. No shade, but people in the Christian arena buy anything. They do. They're a very loyal following that buys anything. But the thing that's troublesome to me is y'all went all these years, particularly Tameka and Latocha, without a revenue stream as significant as being in the group, right? Y'all probably would have made up years ago had Kandi not been holding on to that grudge for so long. All right. Y'all finally get Kandi to come up off this grudge. Y'all do the show. Y'all performing. Y'all leverage Kandi's celebrity and her relationships and affiliations to get y'all back in the limelight. Y'all have put on amazing shows and have created an amazing demand for y'all's product as a group. Now when shit going good, as it was way back when y'all were recording Traces of My Lipstick, 3 platinum albums in a row. Y'all are on top right now. There is a demand. Y'all are killing these shows. Vocals, fashions, looks, on point. While y'all are on top again, now you think the time for you to strike again and do this solo shit again? People tend to side with whoever they like, right? On social media, a lot of people, Kandi thinks she Latocha this, Latocha that. But I'm going to tell you something. Optically, and from the public's vantage point, Latocha, you look like the problem. And it sucks because once is a mistake, twice is a pattern. And it feels as if what's going on right now is very reminiscent of why y'all broke up back then. I think the only people who've learned in this situation are your sister, Kandi, and Tiny. They said, we're going to learn from history. We're not going to let the group fall by the wayside, baby. We making these show coins. This happened before. You seem to be the only one repeating history. And I'm sorry. There's something to be said when your sister said, not this time, sis. Nah. I'm good, sis. I love you. But, you know, all the ladies are talented. But like I said, in 2022, y'all are some 40-something-year-old women. Don't nobody want it. Don't nobody want no 40-something-year-old women trying to break some... I was trying to find a word that was not as rude and disrespectful, but it literally is the only word that can express what this situation mimics. Nobody wants to see some 40-something-year-old has-been try to do a solo career. And that's the only word my brain... I haven't had my coffee this morning. And not to say that they're has-beens, but you are an artist of yesteryear, all right? You peaked 20 years ago. Now, all of a sudden, you finna pop up. We don't know you as a solo artist, and we don't want it, all right? I don't know who's advising you. A lot of people blame your husband, Rocky, that Rocky in your ear. Rocky, you don't have good people around you. Because they are advising you wrong. If this right here is winning, baby, you stay over here until this run out of steam. But if I was the other girls, and in particular Kandi, I would really be upset. I would feel used. I would feel used. I would feel like your apology and your reconciliation was phony and it was self-serving, and that your intentions were always to get me back, to get you back front and center for you to try to do this. Like, it just don't look good, sis. And I hope that before things spiral beyond the point of reconciliation. And honestly and truthfully, it looks like we're probably at that point already. Because the way they Tiny and her shade about ain't nobody came to see you oldest under DJ A1 photos. The way she turned her back and said, thank my girls. The way Kandi is challenging what people are saying on social media. It already looks like people have just come to the conclusion that they done with your ass. Again, we got to reserve our judgments because we don't know all the ins and outs. For all we know, they could have jumped her in the studio. And that's why she don't want to come back and deal with their ass. I don't know. But optically, this just don't look good. And here's one thing that I do know. Anything birthed in mess will never succeed. And sis, this is giving a messy tea. Ain't nobody trying to keep you from doing your solo gospel album because you know what? That doesn't compete with the group. I just don't understand why you can't tour with the ladies. It's for the fans. When y'all did y'all reality TV show, everything for the fans. The fans want this. The fans. They gonna do our biopic. They gonna do our biopic. We gotta get together and tell our own story. Y'all story should have ended in triumph. And not with a repeat of history. And not with, when it's all said and done, they went down as a trio. And Latocha was over here on the Billboard 9,000 as number 8,099 with her gospel album. You're a liar. I hope I'm a liar and I hope it's successful, sis, because they gonna do your ass like they did Mike with the deep voice from Boys to Men. Your ass gonna try to come back and they gonna say, no, 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 no. So, Latocha Scott, y'all said y'all needed some understanding, but it's a whole lot of misunderstanding going on right now. I hope you get your head out your own ass and you find a way to get back in the fold. The beautiful thing is that these ladies, I've been looking at some of the clips of them rehearsing, and they have been holding it down as a trio, and I think they'll be all right, but I will say this, as a fan, I'm a little disappointed. I didn't wait all this time to see y'all, to see three of y'all. I didn't go through all these ups and downs with y'all and follow this drama and pray for y'all and all this stuff for it to be three of y'all and for y'all to be on the same shit that y'all was on in the 90s. So maybe y'all shouldn't be Xscape. Y'all should be 702 and get it together. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe, and I guess I'm back. Bye.